Let's do this. So, where we left off, you, unbeknownst to you, the player, you the playable character, had started down this long tunnel. You had to abandon the cart because the tunnel is only about 20 feet wide, and the cart is like 25 feet wide.
Why did we go this way? Oh well.
It was the way that we decided to go. So everybody, we put the kids on the horses, and everybody started quietly walking through the abandoned mines. So that's where you are. So tell us a little bit about your character and where you are and what you are doing.
Okay. So my character is Tsukiko. She is a tiefling. Appearance-wise, she is very pale white. White as the moon. She has bright red horns that curl upwards from her forehead. She dresses herself in many fine silk kimonos, and she always carries with her a shamisen, which is her instrument, as well as a few others. And I believe at this point in this story, she would be traveling. She is a bit of a wanderer herself. She doesn't like to stay in one place too long, and she is quite good-natured in a whimsical, almost chaotic way.
Okay. Walking along the road. And you, sir?
My character is Mark IV Eliminator, an obsolete killbot. He remembers his name as Sithon, but most of his memories have been wiped in the vast 2,000-year space of time between when he began on a planet far away as the, I would say, soldier of a very dark cause. He is trapped within a body of dark steel, and the only thing that kind of retains his humanity is the wrap of his cloak of protection, which is in the way of kind of a robe just kind of sashed around his body. Other than that, he doesn't have any facial features outside of just the vague impressions of a few holes where the mouth would be and a few glowing slots for eyes. And he is currently hanging out on something floating through the astral sea known as Sigil.
And so we start our story focused on Sithon in Sigil. It has been a tumultuous time in Sigil, to say the least, where there has been a lot of meteor activity coming from literally every direction. And as the impacts have grown more abundant, people have started to kind of clear out of Sigil, feeling that there has to be a safer place, because you can literally, unlike most of the other parts of I guess creation. Excuse me. Sigil is unique in that if you go up on a high tower, you can almost see 360 degrees in like all directions of where you're at, and all you can see is just chaos of a sky that was once dark and starry, is now nearly just ablaze with meteor activity. So new for you guys, we have what we call apocalypse dice. And I would like all of you, how many do I have there? I have 5. I would like you to roll 5 apocalypse dice. So roll the big dice if you would, please. Okay. And I will need... You rolled a 20?
I rolled a 20.
I will need you to also roll a D8. Seven. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so 6, 9, 10, 14. Okay. So here's what happens. You're just kind of standing there taking in this chaos. Out of the corner of your eye, a massive crack in space opens up, and you see this lumbering giant of a rock start to peek through. As it does, another one comes in at an angle from over here and shatters a chunk off of it, and it comes down right at you, like right in your general vicinity. What are you going to do?
What are my surroundings like?
You are, I would say, in like kind of at the crossroads in the street. There's buildings kind of around you, but there are also people now scurrying about the street because they too have seen this chaos.
So this is like what, a meteor-sized rock basically falling?
This would be like the size of like a 10-story building.
Oh man,
it's not small. It's coming It's coming right for you, man.
He did not go to the Prometheus school of running, so he's gonna see what way it's going, and he's gonna try to run the opposite way.
Very nice. Okay, give me a perception roll to see if you can figure out what what angle is bad to run at. What, you're not going to just stick your face in and try to touch it?
Not today. Oh, and that 20.
Nice.
25 total.
Okay, so as you start running, you are confident that if you keep, you go down this particular street, and there's like a little bit of an alleyway that veers off the street. Like you see that if you went down the street, you'd probably get clipped, but if you went through the alley, there's a potential. Give me a dexterity save to see if you can get out of, like, navigate through these people.
All right. So
while you're experiencing that, you hear a bit of a crackle, both of you. You're walking, and the crackle is kind of coming from the left side, mm-hmm. and you're walking like down the road, and you hear it coming from the right side.
So would this count as danger for danger sense for Barbarian?
Yes, let's say this definitely counts as a danger sense roll.
Gives me some nice advantage here. It helps. I believe I'm still getting used to this format here. Okay. So that would be a 15.
15. So you start to stumble as you're like, there are a lot of people running around, and you get clipped by somebody's like ankle as they like dart in front of you. They're short, and like you don't necessarily see them just with all of the other focus that you have. You start to tumble, I would like you to give me a grapple check to see if you manage to catch yourself before you fall, or just how this happens. Now, while you're doing that, what happens is, like we've all, well, I know you've seen this, but like we've all seen lately, there are just portals opening up. So as this is happening, you're like reaching out to try to stop yourself, and the place where you're putting your hand is right where another portal is opening.
Oh boy.
How is your grapple?
It is a 14.
It is a 14. What is your armor class?
14.
So you manage to like reach out and you grab her arm, okay? But there's still a lot of momentum. So I need you now to do a, how are you going to, like, somebody has just reached out of a portal and grabbed your arm. How are you going to respond? And there is a lot of velocity on this thing.
I would assume anyone's first reaction would be to try and pull themselves away.
Okay, so try to break the grapple.
That's a 5. That is a 10, if I can use acrobatics.
I would say you can certainly try.
So I grab hold of the...
What's your
Is this a reroll for that?
I would say this would be contested, so yeah.
Yes, that is an 11.
So you got a hold. However, the way that this, from your perspective, what you're seeing is that there's a portal where you are, and then there's another portal here, and then there's another portal there, and then like you're looking down and you see like that mirror effect, but like each mirror, like when you have those opposing mirrors, like they have sometimes at like maybe I'm dating myself.
Where it's like recursive?
Yeah, like you open the mirror like this and you stick your head in there and you can like look at the bend and see it. You're seeing all these little layers of reality. And like there's a hole through all of them. So as you are grappled on, the two of you now are falling through this hole. I would like both of you to try to catch yourselves. Give me a grapple check or an athletics check to see if you can find something.
One.
I got another 11.
An 11 total?
Yep.
I need you to roll for both you and Eric, as well as the horse.
The lad that I have.
Here, I have. I had some cards.
A street urchin.
The street urchin is Eric.
Okay. I don't know horse's stats off the top of my head. Also, what stat is this? Sorry. Alex?
This would be a. Come on, Larry. Athletics or strength.
Okay. This child's not very strong. Alright. I got a 14.
And you rolled a what?
A total would be 11.
11.
Eric the street urchin got a nat 20. Gives him an 18. Let me see what horse's strength is. If I can find a horse. Horse is actually pretty strong, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Is it a draft horse or a riding horse?
I think this was a draft horse.
Horse. Okay, yeah. The horse got a 13 because I rolled pretty bad.
Okay. So, you guys impact. Not being able to, like, catch, but you impact. And the velocity of that hit knocks you, leading the horse and Eric, through the other side. Now you find all three of you falling. You two are holding on to one another. You are holding on to the horse, and Eric is holding on to the horse.
Okay.
Describe for me the look that would be on your face as you start to see yourself like dropping. Like now we're dropping through realities, but the distance is becoming shorter and shorter to where it like in the split second when this is happening, like you lose that ability to like grab onto stuff because it's you're going through that like reality too quick. What is the look that's on your faces?
I think mine would be a mixture of anger and surprise. Because I don't know what just happened and I don't like it.
I think surprise is a good way of putting it. Yes.
My face remains to look like the mask of Victor Von Doom. It's just nothing.
Okay, so I need you guys to flip over that board. And here is you. And we're going to say you are falling this way. Okay? And because I think this is going to be entertaining, Mary Beth, can you set up this camera on that end underneath that camera? Facing this way, though.
This?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a lot more entertaining for the viewer if they are not looking at the door.
If you say so. Like so?
I think that should be good.
Okay.
It should give us a view of the activity here. And you see, kind of out in front of you, a plop of land that is now floating through this like tunnel. Like at first it started out kind of like a small opening, and now it has gotten like slightly larger as you have traveled, and you find yourselves now riding the river, so to speak. How are you going to try? What are you guys going to try to do?
Maybe disentangle ourselves first.
Okay. How are we going to do that?
Okay, so I and Boy are holding on to the reins, right?
Yep.
And where are these two in relation to
I would say you guys are all effectively in a jumble.
Okay.
You three are grappled effectively together, and the two of you are grappled, but you're all smushed. It's like getting hit by a large garbage bag. Like if somebody throws a garbage bag at you and you're holding on to whatever you're holding on to, it's on top of you. But yeah, or in this case, a large robot and a tiefling.
Okay. Well, I'm sort of figuring the horse can figure itself out, so I'll try to disentangle myself and the child from whatever the hell is happening right now.
Okay.
I want that to be like an athletics thing.
Sure. If that's how you want to try to. What are you guys going to do?
My question would be, so you said riding the river. Is this just basically space, or is there some kind of viscous nature to what we're in? Or?
This... Oh, I almost forgot. Thank you. 1 second. As you are trying to... give me a perception roll of what's around you.
That would be a 4 for a total of 9.
1 second here. It would be a what?
It would be a 4 for a total of 9.
4 for a total of 9. Okay. Of course, again, all the random starting and stopping. My phone has disconnected. This might bring back bad memories for you. Sorry.
No, I recognize it when you first started playing. Boss fight music.
Okay. you feel a dark presence. Like you are... Maybe the only way that I can describe it is you are swimming in a stream of their hatred. Do you remember, did you watch Ghostbusters, the second one?
Yeah.
And they're in the river of slime and they come out angry?
Yeah.
That's how you feel right now.
So there's no mental effects yet. You just kind of feel.
You feel this oppressive force, just all around you, and just hatred and anger and loneliness and like vitriol.
So just by seeing the one that I'm tangled up with, would you say that it would be feasible for my character to identify that they're just kind of some scared? I'm kind of just scared.
What are you? What are you?
Well, she was going along her merry way, and then she was grabbed through a portal, and then she fell through several portals, and now she's in this astral sea, being grappled by this very large robotic figure, who I'm assuming has kind of grabbed her pretty tightly.
Yeah.
So I'd assume she's just kind of staring at him with very wide yellow eyes.
So if it's something viscous that you can kind of interact with, what would be the mechanics of like moving?
You had actually been in the astral sea before, so this is a little bit different than the experience you've had before, where you could focus and you would go in a direction.
Okay.
This feels like you are almost just adrift in, like, you feel a lot more like a leaf on a river, not really being able to control your destiny. Like you have this sense that you need to get to something more substantial to be able to control your fate.
Okay.
But you try to move like you have in the past, and you don't sense that it's having any effect. You roll a 9.
Didn't yet. I got a 20 total.
Oh yeah,
for
you
athletics.
Yeah. So how are you going to let go of the horse? Are you going to try to take the kid, or are you just going to try to push them off of you?
I guess I'm trying to push them off of me.
And you successfully managed to like distance yourself. So let's put some distance between you. There.
Of course, I guess staying in probably.
What's Eric doing?
I don't know. Well, what would Eric do? I don't know anything about Eric. That's it.
Eric is a scared little drow child.
I guess I hope he would hang on to me as an adult that he maybe knows.
You're not going to tell him to?
It's kind of chaotic right now. I don't know. Sure. So, kid, hang on to me. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, so give me a athletics roll for Eric.
Not so good.
What I wanted to do, if this is something where I can move just on a traditional sense,
Mhm.
so like I'm grasping on to Tsukiko, I would like to rage,
Okay.
and then I would like to hurl her towards the landmass.
Okay. Give me. I'm going to just say I'm going to treat it like a throw, like a attack throw.
Okay.
But since you're already grappled, it's a what's the word for that weapon? Improvised weapon. Yes.
Okay. Got you. So this would be an attack.
Yeah. Attack.
An advantage if you're raging.
Yes.
So I would have advantage, because if not, I was going to ask if I could reckless. All right.
Yes.
All right. So would I be able to use my strength to inform that?
Yep.
Okay. So that would be a 15 for a total of 20.
Okay. Yeah. I have a measuring stick this time. Okay. So that is that's 60 feet. So we're going to put you on that rock there.
I'm assuming I do not land on my feet.
You can try to do an athletics save to
Okay.
avoid the damage of the impact.
Can I do acrobatics?
Yes, you can do acrobatics. So I'll have you roll. That is 12d6.
12d6.
14.
14. So it'll be halved. Roll low.
So it's 8. 10, so it's 18 out of 6.
You gonna live?
I should. If I'm taking half damage, I should be fine. Pretty.
It's one for each 5 feet, right?
10 feet.
Gravity.
Is it 10 feet?
It's
10 feet?
D6 per 10 feet.
Yes.
D6 per 10 feet? Okay, so we'll just take the first 14 then. So 7 total.
Okay. Okay. And
It has its own gravity, so yeah.
flies and
Okay.
I'm assuming does not land on her feet.
You made the save, so I would say you land like good.
Eric the Urchin rolled a 4 in his athletics to hang on to me, which I don't think is very good.
No, I would say Eric the urchin is now floating here, and you're there, and I don't know. There's a horse. Are you going to try to do anything with the horse? Or are you going to try to push off of it?
Throw the horse.
I would. So, can I perceive this drow child drifting off into the pool of hatred?
Yeah. Give me a perception
Right
check.
corner every time.
Oof.
So that is a total of 9 and a 4.
Yeah, the screaming child is pretty hard to miss.
Okay, so I don't know what I would have to do, but I would try to use the horse as kind of an anchor point to pull myself towards the drow child.
Okay, so you're gonna do like a leapfrog off the horse?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a athletics check. What are you doing?
Getting my bearings. I was just grabbed through a portal and then flung onto this rock. Is this a rock above this viscous, or is it still
It's-
like all around?
How to say this? It's not like a river. Like there's no like surface, right? It's just like the air is
Rubbing
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
But once your feet are on the rock, you don't feel the same like there's almost like there's an atmosphere associated with the rock, and you don't feel the same level of like restraint. Like you can move more freely.
Okay. How far am I away as I'm watching this Warforged-like creature leapfrog off of this horse towards this
I mean, he's still what, 60 feet away, and you see coming in behind this a chunk of rock, just kind of like this.
Coming this way?
It came from like over here. From now looking back, like you're as you're getting your bearings, this whole area here looks like a honeycomb of different like portals blipping in and out, and you see like things like all these things seem to be like coming towards you and getting bigger. Like, there's lots of stuff coming onto the river from this direction.
Okay. I would like to give the barbarian a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 for a total of 21. Is this treated independently as rounds? Because if so, I will have to punch myself in the face to regain my rage.
You did damage me last time.
That is true, I did. So I don't have to immediately.
If you want to, you can hurt the horse as you go towards this child, or you can attempt to hurt the child.
Yeah, I'll punch the horse in the face on the way through.
Give it more of a kick and you.
So, unarmed attack, it's a 17.
That hits.
Yeah.
I think just fist should be like a 1. Like,
It's a D4. It's either a D4 or a D6. Yeah.
It goes higher for a month.
of course. Okay, so it's a 4.
The horse has this look, this utter look of what the fuck just happened. It's like the eyes are big, and he looks at you.
So I think that is a 9 damage.
Okay, I'm tracking horse health.
And then how far do I get towards the kid?
I would say it's you're using your attack as your movement. So I would say you've got. I'll give you a full 30 feet of movement here. So do you want to? Okay. If you attack this guy, you are now moving here.
Yeah.
And the kid is going to have to make a save or a grapple to try to catch you before you go past them.
I also would like to use my second attack to attempt to reach out.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so 17 plus 8, so that's 25.
That's, you grabbed him. I mean, he's a street urchin.
So I think that's all I can do right now, unless I can use my interact with object action to fish my rope of climbing out of my bag.
I'll say that you can start working on your rope of climbing.
Okay.
I was also going to get a rope out of my pack to toss over to these guys and also ask, what the fuck is your problem? What is Steven been able to do to you?
This child is more important.
I mean, I guess, but the horse is nice to have.
It will die in the sea.
What? He doesn't have to.
There's just this twang music just over all of this.
Yeah, what are you doing? This is really the time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to toss my rope over to this weirdo. Do I know what a Warforged is? Or do I think he's just like a guy in a suit of armor?
I would say at the very least, you think he's a guy in a suit of armor, but I would say because of your fighting and your mage fighting experience, you've probably heard of a Warforged before.
Okay, I don't know that I would assume that is what he is.
Right.
So, yeah, I will try to toss a rope over there and just make an athletics check or something.
Okay.
At 20!
Nice.
So 25 total.
Okay.
Throw it right into your hands.
I think I had something for a piece of rope here at one point.
Do you have a piece from the Clue board game?
What?
Do you have like a little piece from the Clue game?
Oh, God, that would be perfect, right? I don't. I have. Oh no, I had a. Oh, at one point I had like a bread stick, the wire.
Oh, sure.
But I can't find it now. So, oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it.
Nice.
It's not very brightly colored, but hey, there you go.
Alright. So this happens around these. Somehow. Alright. So we're together, you've got the kid, and I guess I'll try to get the horse too.
How are we going to try to get the horse?
Man, I don't know. I'm making this up as I go.
Okay, go ahead.
I guess I can try to get on the horse. Is the horse like standing upright?
I mean, like
Is it
tumbling
possible
through
to stand?
space.
Okay. So
I mean, think of it. You're effectively floating through like space station type space right now.
okay. I mean, the horse has a rein, so I can try to grab onto that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the rein is flying loose, so you got. I'll give you like one chance here between the momentum he had of punching the horse, like down.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got one chance to catch this horse before it goes out of arm's reach.
What rule would this be?
I mean, it's either a athletics or a strength check.
Roll the 1.
Just out of reach.
Steven, no!
Okay.
First question would be, is there anything on this nearest rock? Like, as far as, not anything on the rock, but are there
From your angle, all you can see is what looks like just scratched rock face.
So is there
Like, it looks like it was
areas I could lasso with a rope of climbing?
Give me a perception check. You're gonna have to go. It looks pretty smooth, so you're gonna have to go pretty high.
Okay, so that's a 19.
That'll do it.
So 14.
Yeah, you find one spot that has like a bit of rock that's kind of just out a little bit that looks like it would be able to hold if you tried to lasso it.
Then I would like to use my action to activate your rope of climbing
Okay.
and throw it up to that.
Okay.
It should latch on if there's a space for it.
Okay.
I would like to use my movement while holding on to the kid to just kind of
Okay.
pull myself up.
One arm pull.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am mighty. I have a very good lift.
I am mighty.
Like wrap his arms around your neck or something.
Heaven's great.
Well, I mean, I'm still.
I'll because I don't want to see you die. I'll say that you managed to like pull it or like put it under your arm and like pull it. Like you're making slow progress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else I can do. I'm on the rock. Is there anything else on the rock?
It looks like it is just a like flat sheet. As you look at the edge looks stupid sharp. Like it is. Give me an Arcana check.
17 plus 1. 18.
So you've heard of some of the other planes, especially to be seeing this. You understand this probably didn't come from your plane. You've heard of other planes where there are like sheets of floating rock or sheets of floating material, let's say, that are like razor thin and sharp. This looks more like it's maybe obsidian. So it could have come from like the plane of fire or from some like scorched part of some earth plane. But it looks like you were lucky in where you managed to land, because had you been maybe a little bit further down, it could have just sliced you in half.
Oh, okay.
But you see, looking back this way, like it's almost like looking, I guess above game. The only way I can describe it is it's kind of like a bug's eye vision with all these little like things, right? Like you're seeing so much activity here as these things are like coming towards you.
So this giant rock that kind of came in, is it headed towards them?
It looks like it plopped in, and it's hard to get a great sense, but you are all kind of flowing away from where this edge is.
And is this obsidian rock that I'm on, is that also moving?
Yes.
Okay.
You get the since the last time you were since you started looking, it feels like the surface here is moving away from you, but you don't feel like you don't have a sense of movement.
Okay.
That makes sense.
No, but also yes.
Okay, perfect. That's what I was going for.
All right. Trying to think if there is something that I can do. I have spells. This one is mine. You said that there were razor sharp edges.
you're going to be up next.
Okay, I guess I hope we're tied together somehow with the rope, so that you're also taking me up to this thing.
Yeah, you're traveling along with them.
Okay.
So as he's going by like one arm, he's like, hold on.
So where are you going?
He's currently climbing. He's attached to this, and he's trying to climb up.
Okay, now, from your perspective, what you are seeing is not only are they moving towards this rock, but this rock is moving towards them, right? Like, it seems like they have the added weight has changed the center of gravity, and so it's getting closer to them. And so, while it should have been taken a little bit longer, pretty quickly, you guys, oh, Jesus, you really did put that on there.
Yeah,
You didn't want to fall off. I like that.
I get into the role playing.
I respect that. So it doesn't take very long, and you guys manage to get up here.
So relatively safe, all things considered, except for the horse.
Yeah.
Are we going to try to save that horse?
Not now.
Okay, and you hear him just kind of you see him just kind of sputter off. The velocity has pushed him down, and you see at the bottom what kind of this iridescent little surface, or there's something where you get to the bottom and it looks like it kind of changes there, and you see as the horse gets close to it, you see as a portal opens up there, and roll a D100, which I keep having to do D100s, and I keep forgetting to bring my D100s out here.
That would be handy.
It would be. I'm going to have to do that when we break for lunch. 12?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, that is a low roll.
Look, man, every number is equally likely.
Right? Okay, I think 12 would be okay, let's just say. So below the cow, I need to get a horse mini so I can keep this stuff straight.
It's not even a cow.
It's an ox, right?
Yeah.
Below the horse, you see this clouded surface of angels flying around, and the horse goes flying through and hits an angel mid-flight, flying like this, and then the portal closes up.
Waste of money.
You find yourself kind of rotating as you head in that direction.
So this rock we're on does not seem as big as that other one, is the conclusion that I've come to. Do we want to try to get down to there or bring her up to us? I don't know you guys, but it's probably better to stick together, is I guess what I'm thinking.
Do you need assistance to get down?
I could probably jump, but it seems like a bad idea. Wait, are you going to throw me? Because I really don't want to be thrown.
Only if you desire.
And you would have stopped raging now.
Because you're punching the kid like
While he was climbing up the rope, he was elbowing the kid.
Kick myself in the butt. On the way up, I would have undone the rope.
Go.
Climbing as
Yep.
well. So can we also see the razor sharp edges from where we are?
Yes.
Okay.
From your perspective, I realize I don't have a super thin rock there, but this thing is it's as thin as a plate, right? It is hard to fathom how her weight would keep it from breaking, but it looks durable, right?
Okay.
Somewhere between obsidian and steel. It's kind of the texture.
So we're currently moving towards it. Would there be a way that I could basically grapple, and then when we get close, jump down towards this?
Oh yeah, if that's what you want to try.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's no objections.
Okay. Go ahead.
Sure.
It's an uncontested grapple. Hold on.
Do athletics for the jump, or what are we thinking?
Sure.
I do have. Can I borrow a D8? You're at least. It's a
Yeah.
D8, right? So that's 12.
12. You land a bit hard, but you land. So you place yourself all on the same plate of rock. As you jump off of it, off of this one,
Yeah.
you push off, and this rock then starts to tumble, like kind of has a bit of a spin throw on it, and you see it go off to the side, and you see another portal open up, and it is the Five Hells, as this rock just comes shooting out at incredible speed. Like it leaves this opening, and it seems to speed up, and you see it impact the lava there, and like this huge plume of lava comes up into the air, thankfully at a different angle than where this came in from, so the lava doesn't spray back at you, and then the rift heals itself.
Ooh, okay.
Now, looking, you guys, you see now there are more chunks of debris and land and stuff kind of filtering in here. Taking the opportunity to look around, you look down that way, and you see just like a tunnel almost of just a train of jagged chunks of rock split out for as far as the eye can see. And every once in a while you'll see one that like collides in and like banks out and goes flying off into some random plane.
So are we seeing more of these portals every now and then, or?
As of right now, in this like first couple of minutes of being in this place, you just see this massive array of almost like a mushroom shape array on this side in all dimensions, kind of funneling in, and you seem to be heading away from that source.
That's a twister. Because are we heading? So we're moving away from the source of the portals.
You're moving away from the source of the new material. Yes,
Material.
but it is probably appropriate to say there feels like there are portals all around you,
Okay.
but you have no idea where they would send you.
So we just hang tight until something weird happens? I feel like that's about our only option.
As you say that, from you see when you were running in Sigil, you ran past a potion shop, and you see kind of a chunk like float in front, like come whizzing by, like all of you, of like potion shop shelf, and it's spinning, and it is like ejecting out potions.
Ooh.
Is that good enough for you?
I tried to grab a potion.
Okay, go ahead, give me a grapple, and let me give me a D100 for fate.
I did 15 total.
Okay.
With the 7 base.
I feel like this person would be trying to grab potions.
Yeah, you give him a couple tries.
Is that sleight of hand, do you think?
Yeah, he's good at that.
So 40.
Oh, nat 20
Nice.
and a 13.
Okay.
I got a 40 for my D100.
You got a 40 for your D100? Okay. So this section of wall seemed to have a bunch of health potions. So Eric got 2 superior healing. You got a superior healing. And did you try as well?
Yes, I will try. What was the modifier? Is this for strength or sleight of hands?
You can, however you want to try to grab it.
Okay, sleight of hands, then that would be 5.
5. It just it like you put your hand out and it like bounces right around your hand.
Taylor doesn't get anything.
Okay.
Rolled a 3, and I don't have anything plus. You just want to try because everybody else was doing it. They didn't look as high.
Right. And you see as these potions get ejected, you see them like as they kind of go out, and like just for a split second you see them like flying out into all these various places, sometimes a desert, sometimes like water, and like the water like actually comes and like floats in, and now there's like a little like stream of water coming, and like literally this stuff is just going everywhere in creation, seemingly without rhyme or reason.
At least we have some potions.
We jump into a portal and take our chances.
I mean, I guess you can if you want to. I don't know that we could all jump into the same one. It'll stay open for super long. I mean, sometimes they just go into lava, which seems bad. Or water, which is, I mean, good, but also not great if it's a lot of it.
I cannot breathe anymore.
Me either. I don't think the kid can.
Kid looks at you, he's like,
Alright.
Am I able to notice any correlation between anything happening in portals opening? 'Cause it feels to me so far like it might be contact or momentum.
you can, there appears to be a bit of a radius to this flow, and if you get outside of that radius, it just goes, it leaves the radius, and it just happens to be wherever it happens to be.
We don't have any space goggles to push us in the way, so. Any ideas?
Place to move.
You are sitting there as another chunk of land.
Yeah, that's nice.
Where's that stand go?
That's a very pretty chunk of land.
Mm-hmm. Let's get on that one.
Another chunk of land kind of appears here at a bit of a weird, apparently, angle. Let's see if we can get a better angle. There we
Not
go.
very stable.
There we go.
She just twangs on her instrument passively as we're watching this happen.
And as it kind of like now it seems to have like a different like velocity, and it floats faster past you. What do you want to do?
I mean, does it look like there's any reason to get on there, or is it gonna like collide with us?
Doesn't look like it's going to collide with you, but it'll be up kind of above your head as it like travels.
I don't know. I'd say
Seems to be some fruit trees.
I'm hoping that one of these portals is gonna put some like roast chicken through us or something.
So there's like fruit trees on it. Is it going? So it's not heading.
Do you want to move your land this way a little bit?
So the trajectory is not
No,
leading
this
it
way.
towards the outside radius. It's just kind of moving past us.
So it's just kind of floating past you downstream quicker.
If we are tracking it, we'll need to sustain the more performance.
And as you look down in that direction, you do see that there are a number of, here, put this one down there, a little bit farther to the right. Yeah, like right about there. That's
Do
good.
you want these on top?
Yep.
We will need food, but it's also been like 3 minutes. I'm okay for a little while. Thank you. Maybe introductions are in order if we're gonna be here for a while. Hi, I'm Tay'lor Swiftstrider. I don't know what this kid's name is. He just kind of recently joined my group.
I'm Eric.
This is Eric. And you guys, you tumbled into us.
So she kind of twangs again on her instrument.
I am Tsukiko. I'm this man. I don't know.
Yes. You can call me.
I'm gonna cover Eric's eyes.
You can call me Eliminator.
Do you have a real name?
That is what you can call me.
Okay.
Did you eliminate reality?
So, this passed. So, as
Yeah.
the ship sailed for the
And
fruit,
the fruit tree floats past you and collides into the rock ahead of you, and you see it tumble out. And again, this one kind of goes off into, I guess, effectively your lap. But as it does, portal opens up, and you see just endless nothingness. Looks familiar to you, the astral sea.
there is no facial response, but just stare blankly into the endlessness.
As that one blips out of existence.
So are we traveling towards this? Is this more stationary then?
It seems to be traveling at roughly the same speed as you. What would be going through your minds right now?
Thoughts of survival. Just kind of get out of this somehow.
Okay.
Probably thinking that this was not the day she was expecting to have. And wondering if stories will be ever told of her adventures if she survives.
I'm just gonna try to make the best of this weird situation, I guess, with some strangers. I feel like that's not maybe an unusual thing for him. He's probably been thrown into some strange, and he's already been thrown into some strange parts. This is actually pretty par for the course of what he's been dealing with. So yeah, I guess just ride this out. See
Okay.
how it goes.
So as you kind of just, I guess, accept your circumstances, you find that you continue traveling, and like more islands kind of blip in behind you. But now you start to. So time passes, right?
Does an hour pass so I can teach my new weapon?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. Nice.
Short rest then?
Oh, if you want to. You are on a mostly flat surface, right? Like there's not much for there's not really even any bugs that you like sitting there looking around. Like this just looks like a shard of like glass or a shard of metal, and just flat. You do see some like indentations where it looks like it had maybe hit another shard similar to it, like kind of the same thickness like you've seen, but looks pretty durable overall. Every once in a while you'll see a fragment of something that seems to be moving slower than you down the stream, and some that seem to be moving faster. Is there anything that you would choose to discuss?
I do have a deck of cards if you guys want to play a deck of cards while I'm waiting. There's probably something universe card game that everybody knows.
Would anything come within about 30 feet of our rock that seems even vaguely useful in the last hour?
A lot of what you're seeing is just like pure rock. There's not it's almost as if like chunks were gouged out of like inside of a rock. Like you see some that look almost purely round, as if somebody like ice scoopered like just straight rock, and it's in here like just a round ball. Others you see now as you're like in this and perceiving it, you see others where it looks like that scoop may have happened, but like another scoop was happening, and so like two scoops happened at the same time, so you get like this moon shape structure. Sometimes that happens at like a bowl, depending on like how it is, but sometimes it happens like at the surface, so you get like a flat on one top, like a flat top with actually you can hold up that one over there. You kind of get that type of a structure.
Okay.
So like it happened right at the surface of wherever that was taken from. But then you see others like this one over here where it almost looks like it was maybe more of a tube that had been taken, like just yoinked down like this, and it's been impacted over time, or like whatever substrate was taken was just not as strong and attached, so it just fell off. And you see like small particles of dirt every once in a while will hit you in the face uncomfortably. It's not a great environment to just chill out in, but it's not gonna slowly kill you as far as you can tell over time.
Yeah, for the sake of just having more options in the future, I think he would be taking his rope of climbing for that hour where we're just all sitting around and just anything even halfway manageable. He's trying to grab it and just bring it back in so he can amass little bits of rock on there to
Okay.
throw if need be.
And as you do that, you find that you can actually pull in some pretty large chunks of rock.